Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the March 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Virgo. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. I apologize in advance, my voice doesn't sound the best. I'm not feeling the best today, but hopefully you'll still be able to hear me with my underwater voice is what I call it. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump in Virgo and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at just general what's coming for March. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column. We're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. But again, this column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So pulling a summary affirmation card here. We have the card, I feel nurtured. I love this one. This is always such a good one. It's pretty literal. I feel like you are feeling like you're being given the love and the support and the nurturing that you need. Perhaps there's like someone that's providing guidance right now or even mentoring. But again, you feel nurtured. You feel supported. Important things. But let's take a look and see, Virgo, what other messages we've got here. Okay, the first card I have for you is the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. It's fresh hope, taking chances, it's new paths, beginnings. So something new, definitely, in these last few weeks. Typically, the Fool is a pretty significant new beginning. The next card that we have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very studious, very hardworking. I do feel like you have been working towards this new beginning, so there's been stuff leading up to this moment, if that makes sense. This could be a new relationship, perhaps, too. Sometimes the Page of Cups is like a new love interest. And then at the bottom here, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is a card of respect, leadership, but it's also very much so strategic planning. It's future focus. So I like the way that this new beginning is looking long term. If it's relationship, I do think this relationship could be long lasting for you, Virgo. But it's like we're in it for the long haul with whatever this new opportunity is. Also with the Emperor, it's like saying yes, that was the next right step or the next right move for you. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a card of having a choice. So I think they're very well like could have been the decision, do I go for it now, do I wait, or there could have been two options, an A and B type situation. Again, with the Two of Pentacles, I just do kind of weighing your options, one in each hand, to see which way we're going to go. And again, this is a busy card too, so I think there was a lot of action leading up to this moment, to a lot of work to this point. The next card that we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of going within for clarity. It's about doing what feels good to you. I like this because this is new opportunity. It's something that's feeling good. It's something that you want. It's something you've worked hard for. It aligns well spiritually. So it's about living life's purpose there. And at the bottom here, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is definitely a love card as well. This is like Prince or Princess Charming, knight in shining armor type energy. With the the Knight of Cups, this is also a romantic proposal, marriage. So definitely this could be a new relationship for some of you. I do want to mention though the proposal piece. So again, I think this is love for many, but for some of you this just could be a new opportunity. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to the month of March. So what we have coming. We have the card, I am authentic. We were just talking about this a little bit with the Hermit card. It's about like truly doing things that feel good in your heart. And if you take a look here, there's this heart that's illuminated. Ooh, sorry, you couldn't see that. The heart illuminated with lots and lots of circles around it. So this is about being authentic to yourself and doing things that authentically make you feel good. Like you can't like something just because somebody told you. You should be liking it, Virgo. That's surely not how it works. Okay, let's take a look though. First up, we have the Justice card. The Justice card is a card that's always favorable for you. So want to make sure I point that out to open us up with. This is a cause and effect card though. Oftentimes it's like you put in this work, so now you're reaping the benefit. Or it's like the reaction to whatever action that you took. Typically positive, so I want to frame that up. This could also be finding out some sort of information. The Justice brings out the truth, brings out the information that you may be needing. The Justice is also like a really good card for matters of the court, contract type things, legal matters. All of those indicate favorable outcomes for you as well. The next card that we have is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card with a couple different meanings, but it does seem like there's going to be some sort of surprise here, some sort of surprise gift. I would say that this information you're finding out is going to come as a surprise, perhaps, like whatever this truth is will come through as a surprise. And at the bottom here, we have the Ace of Coins. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Coins, this is typically new job, raise, promotion, investment, some sort of money news here. So I like to see the shift. Perhaps that's what you've been working towards. Again, that cause and effect energy. Or maybe, again, you're finding out that a position's opening that you didn't know was coming. That's the surprise. But anyways, let's take a look at our clarifiers here. The first clarifier we have is the Star card. The Star card is a card of renewal, hope, inner clarity. Again, definitely finding out some sort of information. But I think we're going to like the information we found out. Again, it's a surprise, but it's definitely going to be positive. Same thing with that situation I was saying, like the action and then the reaction, again, feels very positive there. The Star card, also with the big star at the top there, Virgo, this could be like in the spotlight or being recognized for something as well. So maybe it's like you've been putting all these efforts in and maybe they hadn't gone noticed and now they really are like being noticed and acknowledged and validated. The next card that we have is the Judgment card. I always personally like the Judgment card and the Justice card together. The Judgment card is again another one of those that's favorable to you. It's a card of clarity, so again, finding that information. Oftentimes with the Judgment card though, like a decision is needing to be made. So again, this thing kind of pops up out of the blue. It's unexpected. So it's that decision if we move forward or not. I think for a lot of you it is some sort of job opportunity or some sort of financial opportunity. At the bottom here we have the Ace of Swords. So we have an Ace card on top of an Ace card. The Ace of Swords specifically is something new. Oftentimes it's clarity. You're definitely going to get information. You're going to get clarity this month. That surely is a repeat message that we saw over and over again. But not a bad looking March, if I say so myself, Virgo. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. Sorry, I keep coughing here. Let me take a quick drink of water. Okay, so with this card, we're going to... This is like money, tips, tricks, affirmations, this deck. So in this case, this is a practice. It says, take the time to be playful and experience joy around money. Dance with it in your hands, laugh with it, and throw it in the air. Allow yourself to become familiar with the joy and financial abundance flowing together. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money there, Virgo. We did have some money messages in the last column. Well, let's see what we come up with here. First up, we have the Chariot. The Chariot is about being on a journey. It's action, it's change, it's movement, it's moving forward. One thing with the Chariot, I'll say, sometimes we don't always know where we're going, but the nice thing about the Chariot is that we can trust that it's taking us exactly where we need to go. So even if you don't feel like you know if you're on the path or doing what you should be doing right now, I would take comfort in this, Virgo. Again, this is saying you are on the right path and the Chariot's going to guide you regardless. This could also be a new vehicle. I'm saying that because a new vehicle obviously would be an investment, so that's in our money column. So some of you could be getting a new vehicle this month. The next card that we have is the World card. So the World card is the last card of the Major Arcana. It's a card of completion, completing a goal, completing a lesson. So I do feel like something's going to be wrapping up here. I don't necessarily know that this is like new job, but it's like a responsibility being done, or a project being complete, or a task being complete, or a busy season being complete. The World card could also be travel, so potentially some of you could be doing some traveling for work. Then at the bottom here we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety. It's like worry. With the Nine of Swords, this is sometimes like nightmares. Something's keeping you awake. I'm going to see if we can find out any more information on that. So it seems like we're worried or bothered by something here. But let's clarify. The first card that we have is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a card of being very patient. But this is new job, raise, some sort of money news. We do have these repeat money cards, so it definitely seems like there's going to be some sort of financial shift. One thing I want to say, I know I just said maybe you wouldn't be leaving a job, but maybe you actually are leaving a job. It's not necessarily what the World card's saying, but let's talk this through. So with the Chariot, you could be going into like a new industry. So let's say you work in banking now and you're going to go work in IT instead. So that's why kind of with the Chariot, we're not sure exactly where we're going. We know we're moving forward, but we don't know exactly where it is. So it does seem like there's some new money coming in though. There's some movement there. Again, the World doesn't necessarily feel like job ending. It does seem like there's something still wrapping up here. One other thing I want to say, so with the Emperor, this is a card of leadership, so you very well could be moving into a leadership role, or maybe you're moving out of a leadership role. Yay, individual contributors, that's not always a bad place to be either, but I could see some of you moving in or out of a leadership role. At the bottom here we have the Death card. Always like to mention that the Death card doesn't mean death for those that don't know, but this does indicate some sort of change, some sort of transformation happening. It is saying it's time to move on. Perhaps you're just over it. Maybe you're burnt out. Maybe this job is too stressful. Maybe it's on your mind too much. By the way, there's no shame in saying something is too stressful. There's no real pride in having a stressful job, right? But it is saying it seemed like it's time to move. So again, if you're posed with the situation of going after something, even if it's unknown, I would say go for it. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. Similar to the money column, we're going to pull a quick love message to start with here. So let's see what we've got. If you could be anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Okay, let's take a look. So in this column, we're talking about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. First, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. I feel like there is some sort of relationship that needs a little bit of TLC right now. Virgo, family member, friend, loved one. I feel like there's some healing that needs to happen, or some correction that needs to happen with a relationship. The next card that we have is the Ten of Coins. The Ten of Coins is very much so a card of leaving a legacy. Again, something needs to be corrected long term here. We need the shift long term. So again, there is a relationship that needs some TLC this month. At the bottom here, we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card of compromise and a card of decision. So again, we have to decide to recover or repair this relationship. But one thing I want to say with the Two of Swords is sometimes it feels like compromise. You might feel like, why do I have to be the one that fixes this? Or why do I have to be the bigger person? So I'm not discrediting any of those feelings. I'm acknowledging some of that may be there. But again, for whatever reason, long term, this relationship needs a little love, needs a little repair. The first card that we have for clarifiers is the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of balance and harmony. Again, something is not right with this relationship. We need to bring it back into balance. This is also a card of self-control, so I think we'll see that on both sides. Both sides will be willing to kind of compromise and work together. But again, more than anything, it's just saying we need to do some recovery and repair there. The next card that we have is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card of being non-committal. There's a lot of different things happening here. Potentially some of the issues with this relationship are commitment driven. Maybe somebody said they were going to do something and they didn't. Or perhaps there's just been too much going on too. Sometimes we get really busy when we see the Seven of Cups. You see there's something different in each of these Seven of Cups. So that's always a possibility too, is things have just been too busy and we've kind of neglected that relationship, or that relationship has neglected us. But long term, again, we'll want to straighten things out. And at the bottom here, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of low feelings. You see the dark sky, the person laying down flat with all the swords stuck into them. It's like feeling like it's in a low spot. Again, the relationship is in a low spot and definitely needs some love. And I think these are low feelings. Again, I don't think that you're thrilled to be the one to initiate the fix, but I do think it potentially could be a good move for you, Virgo. Can't tell you what to do. Just telling you what I see. Okay, now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message for our future self or spirit guides. Something to carry into the end of the month. We have the card, I Am Bonded. This actually fits really nicely. Being bonded is just such a genuine, happy, healthy relationship. So there's some really deep connection brewing in the month of March. Let's take a look though and see what messages we have here. Okay, first we have the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins is being very reliable, being very hardworking. There's something that we need to give a little bit more energy to, that we need to focus on and push a little bit harder for. I'm assuming it's relationship, just giving the bonded card, but it's like we need to give a little bit more. We need to work a little bit harder for something here. The next card that we have is the Death card. The Death card, again, doesn't mean death, but it is time to transform. It's time to make a change. I'm just going to say what I'm hearing here, Virgo. It feels like a relationship is half of what you want it to be. So how do we make it fully what you want it to be? And then at the bottom here, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of rivalry, obstacles, challenges. These are these small things that keep popping up, these small conflicts. I think what needs to happen, we need to figure out some way, and maybe working harder wasn't the exact way. It's more of working around. How do we transform to prevent these same issues from continuing to pop up in this one relationship? Our clarifiers are all wand cards, which are fire signs and also very creative, so keep that in mind as well. But our first clarifier is our Ace of Wands. Again, anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. And this is like an urge to create. Again, we need to create a different path. We need to work around this situation. We need to find a different way where this isn't an issue. Again, we have something that keeps popping up and being an issue. We need to find some sort of creative way to transform this relationship. The next card that we have is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of teamwork. So I don't think this relationship's ending. We're in it for the long haul. It's very collaborative. It's very teamwork-like. It's camaraderie. But in order for this relationship to grow, it needs to transform. And at the bottom here, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is really a card of like taking the lead, making a bold move, having the courage to push forward. Again, I feel like this is falling to you, Virgo, for you to take this action, for you to take the lead there. Okay, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the 10 of Spades. This is number 30 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 8 of Hearts. This is number 36 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3 is the 7 of Diamonds. This is number 38 card. This is going to be a yes. So no, no, yes there for you. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. This is a crystal to keep with you through the month of March. This month you have agate, which is good for retreat, calm, stability, and really protects you from any outside influences. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, when you can't remember why you were hurt, that is when you are healed. Thank you so much, Virgo, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Virgo, and I hope you have a wonderful March.